At the start of this video, I want to just make a nutshell summary at the beginning to tell you what I'm going to tell you. And I could wrap it up succinctly by saying the point of this video is to help you realize that not everything is urgent. If you've been following me for any amount of time now, you know that I've been focusing a lot lately on recovery and rest and making decisions that will help you boost your energy. So getting into it, have you ever had one of those days where you feel like everything needed your attention right now? Talk about work, your family, decisions, just random things in your head. All of that creates a constant pressure that doesn't go away. You constantly feel like you have to do all of this stuff. And it's not because all of it is urgent, but it's because your brain is holding on to everything. Everything starts to feel like it's important. Like our brain, our mind, however you want to word it, it treats all open loops as if they're urgent. So getting the oil changed is the same as paying your light bill, which is the same as packing your lunch, which is the same as making sure you pick up the kids from the bus stop, etc., walking the dog, all of that stuff. So by default, our brain doesn't say, okay, this is more important than that. This is more important than that. It just says open loops that have not been closed. Big things feel exactly the same as small things. So in your head, it's all just sitting in there at one time. All of these things that you feel like you got to do, chipping away at your energy, probably making you feel frustrated, and just making you feel like you have to handle it all right now. This usually happens when you don't have clear priorities. As we get older and our responsibilities increase and we have more things that are on our plate, metaphorically speaking, we have to set priorities. Instead of keeping things in our head, we need to place it down somewhere. Because if not, that desire to be responsible, or whatever you want to call it, makes us feel like we need to manage it all and we need to do it right now. But really what it's doing psychologically is just adding constant background pressure. Just no relief, which trickles down and cascades and make it harder for us to focus on any one task. Makes it harder for us to relax. We're more on edge, more tense. It's like we constantly have, if you think about a light switch, an on switch, but for the stuff that we need to do. But really, again, going back, it's not really a priority. It's not something, we have to make things a priority. We have to realize what things are important for right now and what things can wait till later, what things we can delegate. If there's the chance to automate, we should try to figure those things out. Practically speaking, I know that if we have this desire to get everything done, that can kind of work against us because we're not going to be able to get everything. We only have so much time and we can't dedicate all of our time to one thing. So we can't do everything. That's not what's going to help. But what can help is deciding what matters most today. Or if you have something like a project, what's the minimum amount that you can do today and still stay on your trajectory to make sure that you finish on schedule or ahead of schedule if you can, but on schedule. Out of those, make one or two that are your real priorities. Everything else gets scheduled for later or just ignore it. Or going back to, like I said, if you can automate it or delegate it, then do that, Like sometimes it might be easier if you have the extra funds, for example, instead of cutting your yard, maybe you can pay someone to come cut your yard. Or if you got some bushes that need to be trimmed, maybe you could pay somebody to do that. Or even if it's like something like washing your car, instead of going out there and detailing it yourself, maybe you can go through the drive-through. I'm just giving like small examples of how things can be delegated or automated. But the point is that everything does not need to be handled right now. Some things can wait. Some things only matter today, and those should get your priority. Again, if you feel like everything is on you all the time, it's not because life is too much. It's usually because you're holding too much all at once. Try these things out we talked about.